on the Good Time 3. I will show more when the boat is taken off. I told you guys I was doing the live today. What? Excuse me. Where? Yes. Yes, Mom. Stop filming. Hi, Sean. We're on a Good Time 3. How was your day? On a boat? Yes. Yes, it is a boat. Mom? Yes. Snacks. Where to? It's just like a tour around the city. The tour around the something. It's like a tour. Yes. Yes. Yes, Sean. How was your day today, Sean?
Hey, Mom. Did you hear the whistle?
Did you hear it? The whistle. Courtney, watch my live. I am going on live right now. I am. I have more than I talk. Hi. Okay, we going to my load of a chicken to Cincinnati. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Sean. Thank you. Yes, thank you for letting me. Oh. What's that, Nick?
Oh, that's the Coast Guard ship.
Yeah, channel, Nick. You need channel. She's on my channel, Nick. Nick. She's doing. Nick. How is that? Drink, Nick. Good? Is it good? Is it Pepsi? Making this is the Love the Boat soon. I will be making another one in the the Love Boat, something for everybody. Okay, yes. Yes. Thank you, Sean. Sean Truck with BS. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, here you go. Here you go. On the boat. That's the lays to the show. I might film at the haunted house. Tonight, Sean, you can see it. You can stand up. We can stand up. Moving, yes it is moving. God. It's moving. I will be doing karaoke on Dan's Line tonight. We are moving, Nick. That's the what is that ship, Nick? What is that ship? I didn't get a chance to. We're moving. It makes me feel sick right now.
Mom, you heard the horn?
Oh my god, I'm much more energy in me right now. I might do a haunted house scream tonight with my friend. Oh my god. Here we go. We're on a boat. That sounds like a relaxing from the Jurassic Park movie. Yes, it is. On a boat. Good time 3.
This ship traveled 4,200 miles, taking 25 days to reach its home in Cleveland. The Good Time 3 is 151 feet long and 40 feet wide, and as Cleveland's largest
I forgot about him.
is approved by the United States Coast Guard to carry up to 1,000 passengers. Its 2 main diesel engines and single valve thruster
Get
engine
on the-
have a total of 1,200 horsepower. It carries 6,500
What are you saying,
gallons of
Sean?
fuel
6
and
people
fully
are
loaded weighs
watching
over
this.
500 tons. To our left, built at a cost of nearly $12 million, is the 7.6-acre
Oh my god, there's
Coast
the
Harbor,
whole
first phase
thing.
of the
Look it.
revitalizing of
It's
Cleveland's
the
downtown
whole
lakefront.
thing.
The beautifully manicured Foothill
My
Park
God.
is now home to a new transient
That's
docking
the
area,
Brown Stadium
a new
right there, and
modern
that's
restaurant,
downtown
and the new Harvest Building, which features
Cleveland right
16
there.
luxurious apartments and ground-level retail space. A Cleveland strip sign, bocce courts, and volleyball courts have also been added to entertain visitors. In the background, we can see the unique Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum designed by world-renowned architect I.M. Pei. It opened in 1995 to a crowd of more than 10,000 people. A Cleveland VIP program provides the opportunity.
Hi, Steven. Oh my god. Sean said a Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame walks Ohio. Good to see you. Cleveland, the Cleveland is the skyline. Yes, it is. Can I take a picture back here?
We can also see the Great Lakes Science Center,
I don't know.
the domed OmniMax Theater. This facility is home to various scientific exhibits, interactive displays, as well as the massive
Beautiful.
Grand Visitor Center. The 150-foot tall wind turbine contributes approximately
Yes, it is,
70%
Steven.
of the Science Center's
Yes, it
annual
is,
power
Sean.
needs. A solar
Thank you.
array
You
at the main
recognize
entrance
that.
produces an average of 100 kilowatt hours daily, or enough to power 4 homes. We can now get an excellent view of the Lake Carrier William G. Mather, built in 1925 by Great Lakes Engineering Works in Newport, Michigan. At the time of their
William G.
construction,
Maverick.
William G. Mather was considered the latest ship in design, propulsion, navigation equipment, and crew accommodations. The typical route involved carrying iron ore from Lake Superior to the Lower Lakes Port to supply steel
Yes.
mills. The Mather is an example of a classic street-decker-like boat, and unlike the modern self-unloaders, requires
That's
assistance
awesome.
from dockside unloading equipment such as famous Hullet ore unloaders. With the advent of the 1,000-foot self-unloading ships, the Mather simply could not compete economically. And after 55 years of service, the William G. Mather was permanently laid up. In 1987,
Yes, you recognize that, Sean.
The Great Lakes Historical Society
Steven.
is now
Yes.
operated as a museum ship by
Yes.
the Great Lakes Science
There's a
Center.
lot of people
This tour offers
here.
a rare glimpse
Yes.
into the inner workings of the working ships of the Great Lakes.
I might do a live tonight at the haunted. that boat.
I guess we can talk now about commentary. What? What do you want to say?
Up there.
Is that right?
Upstairs.
The Cleveland Browns football stadium, now named First Energy Stadium, seating 67,000 fans, was built at a cost of $300 million. The stadium replaces the old municipal stadium, which was home to the Browns for 39 years. Concrete debris from the municipal stadium was used to create artificial reefs in 3 areas along the shoreline to provide vital habitat for local marine life. The brick wall on our right was begun in 1870 and completed in 1896 by the United States government and is maintained by the Army Corps of Engineers. This wall is 4.5 miles long and rests on a base
Now
200 feet wide.
we're
Its
going
triangular
upstairs.
shape, the front or north side of the wall diverts the force of waves upward, which breaks the energy of the waves. Maintenance of the wall goes on almost year-round to protect the harbor and shore installations from heavy seas that whip up on Lake Erie in all fall and winter months. The docks to our left, all along the lakefront, were built to accommodate the foreign ships that dock here since the opening of the St. Lawrence Seaway in 1959. Nearly 300 ocean-going vessels from over 50 countries and 120 world ports have chosen Cleveland and their port to deliver and receive goods because of its excellent geographical position on the Great Lakes. For more than a century, the port has grown to be the largest on Lake Erie and the 3rd largest on the entire Great Lakes, with an average tonnage that now exceeds 25 million. More than $300 million in cargo goes in and out each year, which supports nearly $3.5 billion in total dollars in regional value, including $1.4 billion in personal income and local consumption, chiefly in the form of iron ore, limestone, steel, powdered cement, and heavy machinery. When the Seaway opened in 1959, one of the boats of the Good Time Cruise Line carried city officials and news commentators to greet the first ship to enter the Seaway. In 2014, the Port of Cleveland began a new era of container shipping by partnering with the Dutch Spleethoff Group to offer regular cargo runs between Cleveland and Northern Europe. The Spleethoff Group is the largest ship owner in the Netherlands, with a fleet of over 100 multi-purpose vessels. The port hopes to gain trade by offering a faster, cheaper, and greener route to Europe by allowing manufacturers to avoid moving goods to the coast by truck and rail. What began as a small pilot project has blossomed into a serious operation, connecting the Port of Cleveland with ports all over the world, taking advantage of Cleveland's robust intermodal access. The Cleveland Europe Express has led the way as the Great Lakes' only direct containerized and non-containerized cargo service to Europe and beyond. To put into perspective how important intermodal service from the Port of Cleveland is, keep in mind the Port of Cleveland is within an 8-hour drive of half of all U.S. households, businesses, and manufacturing plants, and has robust access to north, south, and east-west railways.
Yep, it is beautiful.
The large gray crane on Dock 28 is called the Buckeye Booster. It is one of the largest cranes on any U.S. Great Lakes port, able to lift an enormous 150 tons. The Port of Cleveland has rapidly scaled up its infrastructure with the acquisition of a number of new cranes and reach stackers to help manage the influx of shipping containers. Since 1928, the tallest building on the horizon was the Cleveland Union Terminal Tower. This tower rises 1/8 of a mile high, 708 feet above the Union Terminal Concourse. However, the tallest building on the skyline of Cleveland is now the Key Tower building, rising 948 feet and 58 stories. This building now joins many other contemporary structures, including the Erie View Tower, the Federal Building, the Justice Center, the former BP America building, and the new Hilton on Cleveland's rapidly rising skyline. Most of the major banks have also built new buildings on East 9th Street. The stockbrokers located here, East 9th Street, has become Cleveland's financial center. About 50 miles away on our right is where the Battle of Lake Erie was fought during the War of 1812. Admiral Perry Perry, along with his fleet of ships called Niagara, Lawrence, Ariel, Scorpion, and Porcupine, defeated Admiral Barclay's fleet of English ships and sent this immortal message: "We have met the enemy, and they are ours. 2 ships, 2 brigs, 1 schooner, and 1 sloop." Due to unfavorable and light winds, Admiral Perry's forces nearly lost the engagement before it truly began. Perry's flagship, the Lawrence, suffered heavy damage, and when the very last cannon became unusable, Admiral Perry transferred his command to the brig Niagara, hoisting his infamous battle flag bearing the words, "Never give up the ship." The Niagara broke the British line and led to perhaps the most significant American victory in the War of 1812.
Oh, chips, Nick.
The lighthouse and finger lights mark the entrance to the Cleveland's harbor. The flashing red and white lights can be seen as far as 16 miles out on the lake. The tower also contains the foghorn and radio beacons. As we look out on Lake Erie, bear in mind it is the 11th largest lake in the world, containing over 116 cubic miles of water. Lake Erie is known to be one of the most important lakes in the world because of its continuing contributions to the
Did you hear
history,
that,
economy,
guys?
and development of the United States.
That's where I saw wrestling there.
If I could have your attention, please, from the bridge. This is the captain speaking. We're pausing our narration. I'm going to play some music
Nick.
for a moment.
Thought
What we're doing here is we're waiting on the first bridge to
I
go
thought
up.
we're gonna get in trouble.
That first
Sorry.
bridge we
I thought we were
refer to as NS1. It's the Norfolk Southern #1 bridge coming into the Cuyahoga. So I've been in contact with the bridge attendant, and she says there's a train lined up, but he's moving slow. So we're just going to hang out here for a minute, and she'll be up in a minute.
Airplane.
Sit back, enjoy the sunshine, and grab a drink.
Who is this song, Dan? Guess. Guess. These people don't doesn't know I'm filming live. They're looking at me. Yes, it is. There it is.
To know what I have in mind. Only you know.
Yes. That's the ship. Yes.
Lay it on the line. I wanna know what you're doing.
Thank you, Steven.
Now it's up to you. We can make a secret rendezvous. Just me and you. I'll show you loving like you never knew.
Walking over down here. We're gonna check this out. Look, over there. Over there. Look. Ships. No, I'm filming. Where's Van and Courtney at? Oh! On the other side. Bye, people. Hope I don't. If I do, then oh well. Oh my god, this. If I do, then oh well. Yes, that's nice. Lighthouse, there's the lighthouse. There's the lighthouse, people. That's probably creepy in the nighttime. Oh my god, it's gonna move faster. Oh my god, it's gonna... Oh, 3 lights. Thank you. Lighthouse. Nick? Right there. Lighthouse. Lighthouse. We're alive. Sorry. There's a boat, Steven. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see, Steven. I actually move slow. House. Oh guys, I need to show you the front if I Nick, the front. Nick, the front. Yeah, we're going to the front. Going to the front. We are in the front. A rude person. there was a rude person got in front of me. Why are they going so slow? What the hell stop? They're going so freaking slow. I don't know where's my van. There's a nice boat. There's a nice. Look at that. The front is not worse than the back is. The back is really worse. Yeah, the back is really worse than the front. Yeah, people, yeah, you need to show up to my live. Is this boring to you? Yeah, it probably is. Front's better than the... Nick, you found me. That's that one. You found that one. That's
Go straight over there.
Stay over there, yes. That one. This is really cool in the front. Never had been on the front before. Now we're going a place else. Thank you. The lady was driving it. There's one person on. Now he's gonna get cold. So I can sit. Well, that's bridge. Oh my god, look at that.
We're now at the entrance of the Cuyahoga River. Cuyahoga
Yes,
is
we
the
are.
Native American name meaning crooked. The river winds around in a horseshoe shape for nearly 100 miles. However, the source of the river is only 30 miles from its mouth. The Cuyahoga rises at an elevation of 1,300 feet above sea level and discharges into Lake Erie at an elevation of 570 feet. For most of its length, the drop in elevation is between 4 and 5 feet per mile. However, in Cuyahoga Falls, there's a sharp drop of 200 feet in only 1.5 miles. Its final elevation level of 570 feet produces the Flats District of Cleveland. On our right, the white building with a tower, formerly the United States Coast Guard Station. This building was designed by J. Milton Dyer, who also designed Cleveland City Hall. The Coast Guard have since moved to the foot of East 9th Street. Cleveland Metro Parks has recently
Yes, the
partnered with
Cuyahoga
Sherwin-Williams,
River.
Great Lakes Brewing Company, Burning River Foundation, and PNC Bank to oversee the restoration of the old Coast Guard station.
Yes.
The Foundry,
Live streaming.
an organization that also operates rowing
Told you
docks
guys
further
I was live
upstream
streaming
of
on
Cuyahoga.
Saturday.
They've done a great job of converting the old lifeboat launches used by the United States Coast Guard at
This is-
this location until 1976 into a whole array of floating jet dock accommodating all ages with abilities to learn to sail right on Lake Erie. The land on our right is called Whiskey Island. At one time, it was occupied by the stevedores, who unloaded the old sailing vessels, and by others who worked on the lakefront. The island had many saloons, and during Prohibition, the rum runners brought illegal liquor in from Canada. This gave the island its name. The land to our left is known as Dock 20, the large cement silos formerly owned by the ESS Rock Company, but are now operated by Lehigh Cement, a member of the very large Heidelberg Cement Group. Powdered cement is shipped here on barges, offloaded into silos, and trucked out as needed
Nobody's
for the
on.
building industry.
So,
The RTA waterfront line can also be seen on Dock 20 as it winds up and over the tracks of Norfolk and Southern. The RTA waterfront line is 2.2 miles and takes 10 minutes from the Muni parking lot to Tower City. The railroad bridge ahead of us is the Norfolk and Southern vertical lift bridge of the former Conrail, New York Central, and Penn Central railroads. It lifts like a stage curtain, revealing the industrial might and entertainment center of Cleveland. The bridge was built in 1954 to
Jimmy's
replace a
house.
cumbersome swing bridge and spans the river 250 feet. This bridge has 2 tracks in order to run simultaneous east and westbound traffic and is remotely administered by a dispatcher in Atlanta, Georgia. The fork in the
That's
river to the
great
right
video.
was the original course of the river, the part that Moses Cleveland entered when he founded the city in 1796. At that time, the mouth of the river was a mile from here at what is now Edgewater Park. The entrance that we're using was dug between 1825 and 1840 when Congress appropriated $90,000 to open this new channel. We're often asked, who pays for the opening and closing of these bridges? Are we charged a toll or a fee? Well, the answer is
Oh,
no.
look at that one.
This decision was reached in a landmark court case back in the early 1800s. Many bridges were being built for the first time then, and this became a vital question. It was decided that if you build a bridge across a navigable waterway, you are responsible for the opening and closing of that bridge, and you cannot charge a toll or a fee. A young Abraham Lincoln was involved in this court case. All the bridges in the Cuyahoga River system are operated free of charge to anyone wishing to go through or under them. Look at
That was cool.
In a few moments, we'll be turning into what's called the Old Riverbed. This is the true original course of the Cuyahoga River, the course that Moses Cleveland entered way back on July 22nd, 1796, when he entered the Western Reserve for the very first time. The section we enter by and will exit through beneath the Norfolk and Southern Bridge was dug by hand in 1847. It is not the true entrance to the river. If you'd like to visit the west bank of the flats to our left, we suggest that if you're leaving the East 9th Street Pier, you head up East 9th Street, take a right onto the Shoreway, and follow signs for Ohio
Might
2
get
West toward
copyrighted.
Lakewood. Take exit 194 for West 28th Street on the left. Take a right onto West 28th and immediately onto Washington. Follow Washington down and turn right onto West 25th and then left on the main avenue. Take that road straight down to the west bank of the flats. The bridge to our left front on the open position is a Scherzer-style rolling lift bridge built in 1907.
over there.
This old Baltimore and Ohio Railroad bridge, number 464, spanned the river 230 feet and is no longer in use. The area to our left front was once considered as the site of the canal basin for the Ohio Canal. The Ohio Canal ran from Cleveland to Portsmouth on the Ohio River, linking the Great Lakes down through the Ohio River to the Mississippi and the Gulf of Mexico. And imagine, back in the 1830s and 40s, you could board a barge from Cleveland and go all the way to New Orleans by water. The tall silos to our left are owned by the Lafarge Holcomb Cement Company. The vessels that tie up here at this dock are specifically designed to carry one product, powdered cement. You might notice the two long tubes running down from the top of the silos and the black hoses that extend to the river's edge. Well, they attach these hoses to the deck of the vessel, and just like a giant vacuum cleaner, they literally vacuum the cement up out of the holds and into the waiting silos. The bridge in front, the Willow Street Bridge, is one of the more recently constructed bridges in the Cuyahoga River system. It's owned by the city of Cleveland, built at a cost of $3 million. It will rise up to 110 feet, spans the river 310 feet. In 2016, the bridge operated on a limited schedule due to issues with one of the sheave trunnions that are used in the raising and lowering of the bridge, and was repaired in early 2017 and returned to normal service. On our right, we get a much closer look at Whiskey Island. Whiskey Island was originally an area where the stevedores resided. Stevedores were the men that had to load and unload the sailing vessels. Back in the early days, this work was done by hand. There were no mechanical loading or unloading devices, and this was very difficult work. After a hard day's work, the men would return to their homes here on the island. However, you must remember that there were many taverns and saloons on the island, and as chance would have it, many of the stevedores would stop for a drink, or maybe two, to quench their thirst after a day's work. You might guess what often happened then. Fish would fly, and before long, someone would be, well, the overnight guest of the constable for the balance of the night. As you can imagine, this was a very rough and tumble neighborhood. However, as the need for stevedores dwindled, they moved from the island and eventually reverted into an industrial piece of land. For many years, there was a whiskey barrel factory and distillery located on the island, and during Prohibition, this was one of the favorite spots for rum runners to smuggle their illegal cargo from Canada. Today, this land is home to four major industries. Norfolk and Southern had a very large rail yard operation on the land, which connects the Port of Cleveland to cities all across the country. Ontario Stone has two docks on the island, with a combined ability to store approximately 500,000 tons of limestone and other dry bulk commodities.
This is
In
limestone.
a few moments, we'll point out the Sand
And this one,
Products
that's
Corporation
salt.
dock,
That's salt.
as well as the Cargill
Thank you.
Corporation Salt Mine and Dock. Other main features of the
that's
island
where they
include
come to
Whiskey
look.
Island
That is
Marina,
cool.
Wendy Park, and a new restaurant called the Whiskey Island Distillery, all located on the lake with the north side of the island. To our left, we see large piles of limestone at the dock's edge. This is one of the docks operated by the Ontario Stone Company. The piles of limestone are arranged by the grade or size of the limestone. Different grades of limestone have different applications in the construction industry. All of this material was brought here by self-unloading vessels.
I was going
These are
fast.
large lake ships that have a conveyor belt located within its cargo hold. It can completely unload its cargo without the aid of the dock at a rate of about 1 ton per second. They're strictly, what their name implies, self-loaders. Large piles of rock salt can be seen on the right side of the riverbank, often under giant tarps. We'll explain where the salt comes from in just a few minutes.
Rock salt.
The building with the long red roof is the Garrett A. Morgan Water Treatment Plant of the Cleveland Water Works system. The station pumps and purifies water for the near downtown west side of Cleveland. This water plant is connected through a system of subterranean tunnels to the
There's
water
the salt.
intake crib, 3.5 miles out in Lake Erie. This building was given its name to honor Garrett Morgan,
salt.
an important early African-American inventor from Cleveland.
There's the salt.
Among his inventions were the traffic light and an early version of a gas mask that was the precursor to those used during World War I. In 1916, Garrett Morgan's gas mask gained national attention when he and his brother
Well, straight
heroically
ahead, straight
donned
ahead.
masks
Those
and
are
rescued
what?
several
Great Lakes
workers
what?
trapped by
Great
a natural
Lakes,
gas explosion during the construction of the water intake cribs tunnels.
boats.
Although he didn't receive the
Boats.
recognition he deserved at
Boats,
the
Nick.
time, he was later honored by the United States government and the International Association of Engineers for his heroism. You can now see a number of tugs tied to the dock of the Great
So
Lakes Towing
bad.
Company. This is their Cleveland Marine Repair Yard. Many of these tugs were built in the late 1800s and early 1900s and were originally all steam operated. They were converted to diesel electrics here at this yard in the mid-1950s. Modern day tugs are now being built here and sold throughout the world. The shipyard is also home to a large blue marine travel
you
lift
hurry up?
that can pull up and out of the water vessels that weigh as much as
Boats.
700 tons. The Good Time 3 weighs 500
There's-
tons and has already used this lift twice for our regular 5-year Coast Guard inspections. The process is quite a spectacle and involves backing the Good Time 3 into the handle
Oh, yes, it
to our
is.
left front, driving the marine travel lift over the slip slowly while passing massive straps under the hull, lifting the ship out of the water, and then driving the marine travel lift over to the shipyard for inspection. In the past, the Good Time 3 had to be lifted out of the water at facilities up in the Detroit River of Ecorse, Michigan. The slip to our right, on the right-hand side, is home to the Sand Products Corporation, where fine silica sand is stored for the casting of automobile engines.
is,
On the left side of the slip is the Cargill Corporation salt mine and dock. This is quite an interesting operation. A salt mine located right here in downtown Cleveland. To give you an idea of how deep the shaft is,
It's a salt.
here at
Hi.
Well,
Hi,
envision
Courtney.
two terminal
You're on my
towers,
live.
one on top of the other, with each
My
flagpole
sister's
on
here.
top. And
She's
it
here.
would not reach the top of the shaft. Here at Cargill Salt,
Hi, Courtney,
it is
on my
over
live.
1,600
Salt,
feet
the salt.
straight down. From that point, hundreds of tunnels
on
go
my
about
live.
5
My
to 6
sister.
miles, mining the salt under Lake Erie, left here by evaporation of seawater hundreds of millions of years ago, later exposed
Here,
by
why is she
receding
on my
glaciers
live?
during the Pleistocene Ice Age. The large slip used by Cargill Corporation
I've
and the
never
Sand
seen
Products
that.
Corporation was once used as a dry
That's in my
dock
life.
for the American Shipbuilding
That's cool.
Company that was
That's-
located
Oh my god, what the heck is going on?
Plymouth class frigates were built at this dock for the United States Navy during World War II.
Yeah.
The slip where you see many small boats tied is the Cleveland Yacht Club at Channel Park Marina. It was at this point that Lake Erie originally met with the Cuyahoga River. This is the true mouth of the
we can
river.
see
It was at this
everything
point that
here in
General
the
Moses
front.
Cleveland entered the Cuyahoga River back on July 22nd,
The sperms.
1796.
Yes,
This
the
section has been
sperms,
filled in
Courtney.
for many years, and there's absolutely no access from this part of the river to Lake Erie. You must enter and exit through the slip that we entered by,
back?
and will exit through. As we turn around here,
Oh, yeah, we're
let's take
turning
ourselves
around.
back in time. We're entering the Western Reserve for the very first time with
It's a dead
Moses
end.
Cleveland and his band of surveyors and representatives from the Connecticut Land Company. Western Reserve. This certainly is a popular phrase used in this section of the country. How did this
I didn't know what was
territory
going
get this
on at
name?
first.
Well, as a matter of fact, it dates back to the colonial days. The state of Connecticut was given this parcel of property as compensation for some concessions they made on their territorial boundaries with their neighboring states. They titled the land at the time the Western Reserve. The state of Connecticut needed some funds at the time to fund a public school system, and they sold the Western Reserve to the Connecticut Land Company, a group of investors. They, in turn, hired Moses Cleveland to form a surveying party and enter the Western Reserve to set up boundaries, establish treaties with the Native Americans, and in general, prepare this wilderness for settling. Try to imagine this as you're coming up the river with Moses Cleveland and his band of surveyors. On the left-hand side of the river, we had the extreme northwest boundary of the newly formed United States. And on the right side was the Native American territory. Shortly after the success of the 1796 surveying expedition, Moses Cleveland returned to Connecticut, never again to return to the city that bears his name. For many years to follow, this region remained rough and unsettled. Lorenzo Carter and his family came in 1797 and were the first permanent settlers. By 1810, only 200 settlers lived in Cleveland, but curiously, there were already 2 newspapers that registered and the Herald. The forerunner to the Plain Dealer, the Advertiser, debuted in 1831 and became the first newspaper to spell Cleveland without the extra A. The earliest settlers faced daunting challenges, seemingly from all sides. The river's natural meander left much of the surrounding land stagnant and swampy, both difficult to farm and intensified with disease-carrying mosquitoes. Relations with the Native Americans west of the Cuyahoga River, tenuous, especially in the lead-up to the War of 1812, during which conflict the local tribes would side with the British forces. Additionally, the Connecticut Land Company was under pressure from the state of Connecticut to come up with the money owed for the land. It took the perseverance of a handful of extremely dedicated settlers, such as Lorenzo Carter, Nathaniel Doane, the Kelly brothers, Levi Johnson, and the first African-American settler, George Peake, to build up Cleveland and lay the groundwork for future settlers. Cleveland was chosen as a northern terminus for the Ohio Canal due to its location in relation to both Lake Erie and the Cuyahoga River, and in 1825 construction began. German and Irish immigrants were among the first groups to join the earlier group of New England farmers. Additional immigrants from all over the globe continue to arrive in Cleveland in search of opportunity, beginning a trend that has carried into the 21st century. The first section of the Ohio Canal opened in 1827, linking Cleveland with Akron. The project was completed in 1832, creating an efficient north-south water passageway, dramatically increasing Cleveland's viability as a center of industry. In the 1850s, with the coming of the railroads, Cleveland began to grow as a large industry-oriented city. By the turn of the century, Cleveland was the 7th most populous city in the United States. Because of the city's strength as a center for manufacturing steel, machine tools, and hardware, Cleveland was the forefront of the automobile manufacturing industry. And in fact, in the early days of the auto industry, Cleveland overshadowed Detroit as the #1 automaker. The Cuyahoga River became a diverse center for manufacturing, with businesses along its banks that made paint, stoves, sewing machines, chewing gum, and supplies for the shipping industry, such as sails, manila and wire rope, and tackle blocks. The diversity of Cleveland's industrial economy allowed it to weather the post-World War I depression, and 12 blast furnaces continued to produce pig iron and steel. Numerous firms made steel products, and not less than 6 oil refineries produced over 100 million gallons of petroleum products annually. Cleveland was served by 7 rail trunk lines and 440 steamship lines, connecting it with markets near and far. At this time, some of the world's richest men lived in Cleveland alongside the wealthiest, John D. Rockefeller, in mansions off Euclid Avenue, then known as Millionaire's Row. Today, as in the past, Cleveland ranks among the major cities with countless accomplishments for Clevelanders to be proud of and to maintain its mantle as the best location in the nation. I'd like to take the time to tell you a little more about the interesting natural and ecological aspects of Cleveland, the Cuyahoga River, and Lake Erie. Accounting for surface area, Lake Erie is the 4th largest of the Great Lakes and is the 11th largest lake in the world at 9,900 square miles. Lake Erie is comparatively shallow, though it does contain roughly 116 cubic miles of water. Water flows into Lake Erie in 2 ways. days. Between 80 and 90% of the water in Lake Erie flows in through the Detroit River. The remainder of the water enters Lake Erie by draining into the Lake Erie watershed, either as precipitation or as groundwater. A watershed is a region of land that drains into a specific body of water, and since Lake Erie is lower in altitude than much of the surrounding land, it acts as a basin into which much of the area's precipitation will eventually flow. One of the major challenges Lake Erie faces is that even though a small portion of its water comes from draining into the watershed, a majority of its pollution enters this way. Think about the Lake Erie watershed. It's surrounded by 17 major metropolitan areas, combining for more than 12 million people. That's 1/3 of the people who live in the entire Great Lakes Basin. Lake Erie is the Great Lakes surrounded by the most industry, which in turn brought with it intensive pollution, especially in the earlier unregulated years of industrialization. The Cuyahoga River was at one time so polluted that it was considered dead, completely bereft of animal life, and steadily slicked with all manner of oil, sludge, and sewage. Keep in mind that this pollution drained into Lake Erie, which was the source of drinking water for a majority of those millions of people in the Lake Erie watershed. It's impossible to discuss the Cuyahoga River without addressing the elephant in the room. The Cuyahoga River fires. The Chicago, Buffalo, and Rouge Rivers all experienced fires as well, but the 1969 Cuyahoga River fire is certainly the most famous, as it would serve as a rallying point for the environmental movement. The first recorded fire occurred in usually small oil slicks, which in turn ignited much larger fires, some lasting for days. And although it was against the law to dump oil or other pollutants into the river, the law was rarely enforced and only carried a $10 fine. The obvious threat to local small businesses and Clevelanders did not go unnoticed, however, and a movement began to agitate for a cleanup of the Cuyahoga River and better pollution control. The movement gained ground as fires continued to plague the area, including a fire in 1952 that caused more than $500,000 worth of damage. The infamous 1969 fire was minor compared to the others, but the time was right and served as an important rallying point for the environmental movement. The photograph published alongside a Time magazine story covering the 1969 fire actually showed the much larger 1952 fire, helping to sensationalize the story. Mayor Carl Stokes and his brother, Representative Louis Stokes, put pressure on Congress to urge federal involvement in tighter pollution control. Through their efforts and the work of many concerned individuals and organizations, the 1969 Cuyahoga River fire led to the Clean Water Act, the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, and the formation of the Environmental Protection Agency.
There.
The Clean Water Act, the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, and various other pieces of legislation helped to provide a regulatory framework to help control the kind and quality of chemicals allowed to be discharged into our water. The Environmental Protection Agency administered the provisions of the Act and sets standards, assists enforcement, and works with state and local governments to devise pollution control plans. Now, conditions have improved dramatically, and the river is once again teeming with wildlife. The Cuyahoga is home to a wide variety of birds, including great blue herons, bald eagles, and others that depend on an abundant supply of marine life in order to survive. Today, there are more than 40 species of fish that call the Cuyahoga home, including pollution-sensitive fish, such as steelhead, trout, and northern pike. Lake Erie had been considered by many across the nation to be lost to pollution. And in fact, Dr. Seuss's The Lorax referenced its plight with a line that read, "They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary."
What's that boat?
I hear things are just as bad up in Lake Erie. By 1985, conditions had improved dramatically, and the Ohio Sea Grant Program wrote to Dr. Seuss, inviting him to Cleveland to see the improvement in hopes that he'll change the book. Well, in Dr. Seuss's reply, he lauded the great civil and scientific effort that went into reviving Lake Erie and removed the line from future editions. The Ohio Sea Grant Program is part of a network of 33 sea grant programs dedicated to the protection and sustainable use of marine and Great Lakes resources through research, education, and outreach. One of the major ecological challenges facing Lake Erie today are the algal blooms that have become increasingly common. Not all algae are harmful, and many support a healthy ecosystem. They are, however, very efficient at diverting sunlight and nutrients into more algae, which can be problematic depending on the type of algae. Some algae blooms are unsightly or simply prevent sunlight from reaching deeper into the water. Others can harm fish by clogging their gills. Additionally, as the algae decompose, they consume large amounts of oxygen, leaving the water hypoxic and inhospitable to other marine life. The most dangerous kind, which has been getting the most recent attention, are the toxic blue-green cyanobacterial blooms that have plagued western Lake Erie. These produce harmful toxins that require intensive work to filter safely. The same type of algae bloom compromised the water supply for over 500,000 people in Toledo in 2014 for several
Next
days.
favorite.
The National Guard brought 33,000 gallons of drinking water to distribute to residents. Recently, a different bloom formed out in the open lake and eventually reached local Cleveland area beaches, signaling that the issue is not simply tied to the western end of the lake. But what causes these harmful algae blooms? Well, one of the major culprits is an overabundance of nitrogen and phosphorus, which promote algae growth and often enter the water. The Environmental Protection Agency and many state to help prevent future harmful blooms. In 2018, in fact, former Governor John Kasich set forth a plan to regulate this nitrogen and phosphorus-rich runoff from farms, though it was met with fierce opposition from the agricultural industry. In a February 2019 special election, the citizen-led Lake Erie Bill of Referendum passed in a landslide vote despite low voter turnout and vocal detractors. The new law essentially allows citizens to sue polluters on behalf of Lake Erie in order to be protected from major environmental harm.
Yes, I saw it.
Entrenched opposition
I saw it.
to the law.
Yes, Lady Caroline.
The Lake Erie Bill of Rights remains uncertain. The Toledoans affected by this pressing issue have underscored their commitment to protecting our Great Lake.
I got a
One factor that plays a
good
very
video
important
too.
role in
I'm
Lake
just
Erie's
filming
health
this.
is that water is constantly flowing in as well as out of Lake Erie, following the Niagara River into Lake Ontario, and eventually onward to the Atlantic Ocean. Retention time is the measurement of how much time it takes for a drop of
I really want to ride that thing.
body of water. Lake
Yes.
Erie has a retention time of about 2.6.
Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes.
Compare that to nearly 200 years retention time.
Yes.
The Lake
Now it feels so nice here.
Lake Erie is the shallowest of the
Feels
Great
nice,
Lakes, with an average depth of 62 feet. It's 210 feet.
Yes, the Caroline, yes.
There again,
They're like,
Superior, which has
yeah,
an average depth
way back now. Yes. Show you that. Yes, I have to show you that on my YouTube. Oh, live stream.
This makes Lake Erie very hospitable to marine life, especially plankton, which serve as a base of the food chain. As such, it has more species of fish than all the other Great Lakes combined, and accounts for more than 50% of total fish in the Great Lakes.
That's where
Lake Erie is one of the largest freshwater fisheries in the
Bodies.
world, making commercial and recreational fishing a multi-billion-dollar industry. The Great Lakes are one of, if not the greatest asset of the region.
That is, and it's so cool. It's
20% of the total surface freshwater in the world, and more than 95% of the total surface freshwater in the United States.
I'm sorry.
The Great Lakes hold a combined 6 quadrillion gallons of water, half of which are in Lake Superior alone. To visualize how much water there really is in the Great Lakes, the volume is enough to submerge the continental United States from coast to coast in nearly 100 feet of water. Lake Erie provides drinking water for more than 11 million people, including 1.4
They're reminding me my live stream is still going on.
Water is siphoned from the lake through water intake.
I might do one at the Haunted House tonight, guys.
Our local Garrett A. Morgan water treatment plant has the capacity to draw and treat up to 150 million gallons of water daily. Though they typically aim for about 40 million gallons daily, the complex chemical process is now automated and takes about 16 hours to turn raw lake water into pristine drinking water. The Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District then treats our wastewater in treatment plants located in Cleveland and Cuyahoga Heights, so that the water may then be safely introduced into the watershed, so as not to deplete our prized resource of fresh water. This is a very important cycle that maintains water levels and safe water quality in Lake Erie. For comparison, the city of
Hi.
Chicago is permitted by the Great Lakes Compact to extract up to 2.1 billion gallons
I
of
was
water
sleeping,
every
flushing
day.
it at that
Though they
time.
actually take closer
More
to
lakes
700
than
million gallons. None of the treated
They're not
wastewater
up
is
in the-
returned to Lake
in the-
Michigan,
into
and
the
instead
afternoon.
is diverted
They're
toward
up
the
in the
Mississippi River
nighttime.
and away
Well,
from the
that's
lake.
fine.
The imbalance has actually caused the water levels to Lake Michigan and Lake Huron to dip by about 3 inches, which may not sound like much, but does disrupt natural habitat, shorelines, and navigation
How
for the shipping
are you
industry.
doing? I'm doing great.
Spanning more than 295,000 square miles, the Great Lakes region
didn't
is
get
home to a
seasick.
wide range of natural habitat, supporting more than
Don't worry about
3,500
that.
species of plants and animals, including more than 200
That is a
globally
little
rare
bit
species and
dizzy.
46 species found nowhere else
but-
in the world.
But it's okay.
The ecological abundance, coupled with the transportation benefits of our inland seas, have drawn people to the Great Lakes region for centuries. Long before the European settlers arrived, Native Americans called this region home, including the Iroquois, Erie, Ojibwe, Potawatomi,
I got you.
Huron,
Why you
and
keep
many
me?
others. It was these indigenous people who
Do
first
not throw
applied
up.
the
I
Great
won't.
Lakes,
I won't
large
throw
canoes
up.
capable of
Why would I
carrying
throw
people
up?
and freight. The canoes were often made of elm or birch bark
My
and reinforced
viewers,
with
I won't
wood
throw
framing. The bark made the canoes light, yet capable of carrying an impressive
No,
amount
all
of
of
weight
it.
across open bodies of water. The lightweight of canoes was an advantage,
There's clean
but did not
space.
go unnoticed
Like
by
that.
the earliest European pioneers,
college.
including fur trappers who often had to carry their canoes over land for great distances.
I won't throw
Settlers
up.
began to
Why would
flock
I
to the
throw up?
Great Lakes region in greater numbers.
If I
Most
did,
of the
I
land
can
was
throw
very
up on
densely
the side of
forested.
the
As pioneers
boat.
began to carve settlements into the
If I did
landscape,
that.
this abundant timber would feed a robust and profitable lumber industry for the Great Lakes.
Three of them,
Lumber was
three of them.
valuable
It's
enough as a
gone.
construction
Oh, it's
material
one now.
locally, but it became a prime commodity to ship back to the East Coast, whose rapid progress had led to rapid deforestation. Throughout the 1800s and early 1900s, some of the most popular Great Lakes lumber were white pine, hardwoods like maple, birch, and elm, as well as other specialized trees with more limited applications. The lumber
my
trade
freaking-
led to a rather
my head
unique
hurts.
problem for the commercial interests in the
I'm
area.
I'm fine.
Pirates.
I'm fine.
There were, in fact, pirates operating
My
on the
freaking
waters of the
head
Great
hurts.
Lakes. Though they didn't resemble the modern popular image of
I
Caribbean
won't.
swashbucklers, Lake Michigan especially had issues with gangs of pirates raiding small logging towns, including an incident in 1855 in which a gang led by James Jesse Strang raided sawmills near Beaver Island and ransacked the town, making off with over $1,600 in goods and lumber. And keep in mind that during the early and mid-1800s, word traveled so slowly that by the time the authorities were alerted to a crime, the perpetrator was often long gone, and all the richer. The most notorious pirate of the Great Lakes was Roarin' Dan Seavey. After moving to Escanaba, Michigan, Seavey purchased a schooner called the Wanderer, which he sailed as a legitimate cargo vessel, but would also sail into ports at night and steal cargo from nearby vessels and warehouses. His signature play was to either extinguish existing navigation lights or add false lights in order to confuse vessels and cause them to run around. Seavey's crew would then ultimately capture the cargo of the damaged vessels. Seavey's luck finally ran out when he was apprehended by the Revenue Cutter Service, an early precursor to the U.S. Coast Guard, after commandeering a schooner and selling its cargo in Chicago. He would later assist the U.S. Marshal Service in apprehending other
This is like
pirates.
the longest.
This nefarious spirit would continue to some extent into the early 20th century. And the Great Lakes became a hub for the rum runners and bootleggers during Prohibition.
Speaker.
From ambitious weekend boaters to serious crime syndicates, there were many who hoped to make their fortune smuggling liquor from Canada across the Great Lakes and into speakeasies all over the Midwest. Cleveland was home to innumerable speakeasies, including many along
Turn on my
Euclid
camera.
Avenue, as well as warehouses through the flats
Nick, I saw it.
inside to hide their illicit
That's a strong
cargo
grip.
among the industrial scenery. Lake Erie and the other Great Lakes play a key role in influencing the weather in the region. The lakes have a moderating effect on seasonal
Oh,
temperatures,
there's my
absorbing
dad's,
heat in the summer and then
own
radiating
a
heat in
college
the
right
cooler
there.
months. This unique
Cleveland
effect
State,
helps
there
to
it
minimize
is.
frost in transitional months and makes certain points
There's
around Lake
Cleveland
Erie and Lake
State,
Michigan
right
particularly
there.
suitable for growing fruits sensitive to frost, like grapes, cherries, and apples.
That's my dad's
The Great Lakes
own
also have a tendency to intensify weather
college.
systems. The most common example
State.
you may be familiar with, of course, is lake effect snow. The prevailing winds out of the west accumulate moisture from the lake surface and form concentrated bands of snowfall on the eastern shores of Lake Erie, resulting in an area known as the snow belt. Lake effect snow is dependent upon cold air moving across warmer water, and as Lake Erie begins to freeze, lake effect snow becomes less likely. Some years Lake Erie experiences very little ice cover, and in other years it can reach nearly 100% coverage. Storms, especially in the fall, are very strong in the Great Lakes. And Lake Erie waves can flip up quite suddenly because of the shallow water. When strong winds gather from the west, they often produce waves that increase in size as they move eastward, uninterrupted until finally washing ashore. As mentioned earlier, the Cleveland Break Wall helps protect the local shoreline from the erosion caused by these waves. November gales are among the most fearsome storms encountered on the Great Lakes and have claimed many ships and lives. On Lake Erie alone, there are 270 confirmed shipwrecks and an estimated 2,000 or more undiscovered wrecks. Cleveland is actually a popular destination for scuba divers and has 12 shipwrecks within 8 miles
I wanna
of
do
Cleveland,
this
including several wrecks just beyond the
sometime.
Cleveland main entrance, such as
Do
the
you wanna
Fannie
come
L.
with me?
Jones
You
and the Charles
YouTubers?
Davis. One of the most famous shipwrecks on the Great Lakes is that of the steamship Edmund Fitzgerald during a tremendous gale on November 10, 1975 in Lake Superior. The Edmund Fitzgerald was bound for the steel mill on Zug Island near Detroit with a load of more than 29,000 tons of taconite. The storm was originally forecast to pass south of Lake Superior, prompting several vessels to press their luck and leave the safety of the dock.
Frankie's
The
a
National
star.
Weather Service later altered their forecast, issuing gale warnings for the entirety of Lake Superior, though it was too little too late
Last
for many.
night.
The Edmund Fitzgerald was beset by a number of equipment and instrument
Yeah.
failures as well.
Yeah.
It only worsened their chance of making safe anchorage until finally, sometime after 7 p.m., nearby ship Arthur M. Anderson lost contact with the Edmund Fitzgerald. The loss of the Edmund Fitzgerald prompted many important advances in weather forecasting, revised rules on overloading vessels, and a renewed focus on ship safety along the Great Lakes. Shipping is vital to this region and is one component of Cleveland's economic and environmental sustainability. Great Lakes freighters consume less fuel and produce less CO2 emission than shipping a similar cargo by truck or rail. In fact, the cargo carried by a 1,000-foot-long Great Lakes
Hammock.
freighter would take at
Where's
least
Steven
7
at?
locomotives,
Steven.
100 train cars each, for more than
Sean.
2,800 trucks. The Port of Cleveland handles millions of tons of cargo each year, stimulating the local and regional economy and supporting nearly 18,000 jobs in Cleveland and beyond. The rejuvenation of the Cuyahoga River has led to a large uptick in recreational usage, both locally and for the rest of its course as well. A coalition of interested stakeholders, organizations, and communities has
Thank
been hard at
goodness.
work to
Yes,
obtain
I
Ohio
really
Water
do.
Trail status for the
Yes.
Cuyahoga River.
This is a great
Vision
view.
will help to promote paddle traffic along the
Right
5
there,
segments of the
that's a
Cuyahoga
T-boat.
River.
Can
The
we
scenic
go on
section
it?
winds south from the
Can we go
headwaters
on it?
of Burton.
Can we go on it,
The
Mom?
section that begins to curve westward. The gorge section that approaches Akron and features stretches of challenging whitewater. The
You-
Cuyahoga Valley section that
Really got
wanders
it?
through the
Let me see
Cuyahoga
that.
Valley National Park.
That's a nice-
And
that's a
finally,
nice-
the
nice-
Burning
nice
River
boat.
section that meets with Lake Erie. There are
Welcome.
2 dams left that impede the natural flow of the Cuyahoga River: the Brecksville Dam, the Cuyahoga Valley section, and the Gorge Dam in the Gorge section. The Brecksville Dam previously diverted water away from the Cuyahoga River to feed the Ohio and Erie Canal. but it
This
had
is really,
purposeless for
really
many
interesting.
decades. The Gorge Dam previously supplied water to a
interesting. Yes, it
hydroelectric
is.
plant and
Oh my
cooling water
God.
to a coal-fired power plant. Once these obstacles are
Oh,
removed,
it's
the
the end-
Cuyahoga
the
River
end of
will
the day.
return to a more natural flow. In addition to the recreational benefits,
This
the
is
dam
really,
removal
really,
will
really cool
significantly improve water
view.
quality
I
above
like
and
it.
below these obstructions and
And
allow allow migratory fish to make their way further upstream for breeding. Cleveland was also poised to break into uncharted territory in renewable energy by harnessing the strong winds that blow along Lake Erie. There are already well-known wind turbines at the Great Lakes Science Center, at the Lincoln Electric headquarters, and the Cuyahoga County Fairgrounds. The Lake Erie
It's
Energy
cold,
Development
Nick.
Corporation
Yes, it is
has
cold
plans
now.
to build and
Yes, it
install
is.
a wind farm 8 miles offshore. Project
You make my
Icebreaker, as it
sweatshirt.
was known, was well underway and could have marked Cleveland as the home of the first freshwater offshore wind farm in North America. However, opposition stemming from environmental concerns, both from the lubricants contained within the wind
Why am I
turbines
still
and from
alive?
potential disruption to the migration patterns of various species of birds,
A YouTube
the
channel,
project.
Nick. He knows. Still on. That Whoa, this hard.
That's where it's coming from,
On my live stream, I'm still on it right now, Dan. Look, Dan. You were just filming it. Yes, I did. My sister and Dan. Dan. Yes, on my live stream. Yes, I am. Excuse. Pardon. What? She's and Dan on the live. That's I'm up here. I'm in a different area now. Yes. 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 Holy crap, I missed that one. Same old, same old. The same old, same old. The haunted house tonight will be the Forest of Screams. The Forest of Screams haunted house. I really don't know what's going on right now. Forest of Screams and that Bloodview is not good for me. The Forest of Screams haunted house is tonight, and I might film that. The Forest of Screams. I need to talk to you guys. What did you think about it? It's not over yet. I don't know what to show now. Hey, my friend's here. What's up? I really don't know what to show now. I don't know what to show now, guys. I might end it if something's coming up. Should I end it? You really saw this part. No, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't. What is this? What is that? What is that? Line. Line. It's blind. Guys, it's blind. It's blind. Hi, Myron. How was your day today? I'm doing good. It's doing good. I'm doing great. Right now. I wish Jason was here right now. He would love it. Oh my god, he went fishing here. I'm so Myron! Yes, thank you for coming on. What is going on? We don't know what's... It's great. I do not have to sound today. Live today. I'm on live. Shut it. Live all day today. It's freaking is. It's freaking is. It's freaking is. Yeah, what's everybody is up to today? I might feel my phone about this, but I'm not sure. We're going per inch. Doing that. Sorry, boy. What's happened to P. Diddy today? No, the other day. We don't want to film that. P. Diddy. What happened to him? Guys, tell me in the chat. P. Diddy. Noel, please. Please. Okay. Some little kid was acting up. I don't know what happened. Some little kid was acting up. That's not my problem. Freaking boat. Standing up is not okay in this boat. Oh, there's a freaking lighthouse. If I can get it. Boats. 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 Screams Haunted House, guys, tonight. I'm gonna film there. If Aaron is gonna work there. I might do another live tonight at the Forest of Screens with my friend. I stick tuned to that. Aaron's on the screen is so fucking mad. Yeah, I did. Should I end this? Come to the stop. Yes. Sit in the sun, sit with me. Nick? That boat, I want to see one. I want to see one. Can I see one, Nick? That's a good one. That's a good one. What is that Spider-Man? I don't know. My live stream. Yep. It's a nice view, Nick. Look. Nick? Oh. Craters. Taking a pitch. Yeah, I knew it. Taking a picture. Heading back. Guys, we're heading back. We're heading back. Talking to my viewers. Jet skis. You have to film the jet skis. Stop laughing, those girls. Those girls are laughing. And what is that boy having a tantrum? I saw it. A tantrum. Denison is on. Hi, Denison. That boy having a tantrum. Yeah, he is. It's on my live stream. Who's on it? Venison. What fucking tantrum? Film now. I don't know what to film. Yeah, we've been live till so 11 something from something. Sorry, girls laughing. That girl's on. Whale, where's it? Mouth. Mouth. His mouth. Live. We're still live. Till the boat ends, I will turn it off. Where's Mom and Dad? Love one hundred. Raving. That's the Captain Gene. I saw. Dan, is Ohio State's winning? What's the score, Dan? 49 to 7. 28 to 7. Ohio State's winning. Show my spider web. Let's look at my spider web. Right there. There. My spider web. There's Jimmy Burley's house. There. Dan's like, I want to go home. Dan, look at his face. He really does. Dan, go home. Go home. He wants to go home.
And what is people commenting?
Commented on at 6 likes, and they said, "Hi, do not throw up," and blah blah blah, and it's a beautiful Cleveland area.
That Nick has a good time shirt.
Really? Nick, I like it.
He just got it.
Shit. That's this is all live for Soup Mama can look at it. Name my sweatshirt. Yeah. Okay. Stop. She's fine. Yeah, we are done. This boat needs to be done. Oh my god. It's freaking thoughts and viewers. Yeah, it was a beautiful trip that we had. Yeah. What happened, Nick? What happened? What happened? Stinks. What happened? What happened, Nick? Oh, hurt. Oh. She worked at that haunted house. Wow. The jet ski going so fast. Be back soon. Looking at her. Another jet ski. It's great music variety. Me, I said it's great music variety. City, Cleveland. Looks nice. Thank you, Nick. My sister, now you met my sister. Yes. Yes, this is. She does. Where? The air show. Yes, that's the Honda air show right there. That's. The air show's past. Song. Dan, what's the Ohio? What's the home state score? The same? It's what's the second? Or halftime. Halftime. Okay. Dan. Go in. Get your team ready. I think I will. I think I recognize her. Film it. Film it. Well, yes. That's what is that?
That's a CoStar ship.
That's a CoStar ship. That's really, really cool. That's really cool. The lady just Myron. Look at that, man. That's fantastic. We are back. Hop off this plane. That's kind of interesting today. We don't need to clean this place. We made it safely. Oh my God. That's mine. That's not where we belong. That's not mine I'd ever happen to. Promise you. And they're like, finally, we're getting off this boat. they're like, finally, I need to get off this boat. We made it safely, guys. Yes, yes, safely. We didn't drown. We make it safely. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I didn't throw up. I just have a little bit of a headache from that. Stand up so much. So much. Oh, seagulls. I forgot to film those. There's the seagulls. Seagulls. What the fuck is going on? This boat thing. Oh my god, my freaking hand. Freaking hand. Most of it, we are just pulling in. I filmed a lot of this. I did. I'm so happy. Guys, you made me. I might film at the haunted Forest of Screams. Yes, yes, I can. Tonight. My live stream. God, is this boat is locked? Is this? They already want to get off this boat. Look! They already want to get off this boat. Look at all those people. Yes. This is the worst part. Is it moving? What is it? Back. Water. Fishing. Mike. Fish in this. Jason, you need to fish in this. Fish. Like. that was nice, Nick. That was good. That was really good. I was like, wow. Yes. Yes, thank you. That was nice. Dan, how did you like it? The boat trip? Good. It was really nice. It was wow. Like before, the first part was kind of iffy. It was like not. That man needs to hook it up. Wonder if my sister got what? No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. That was good. Now I have a fun night tonight at the haunted house. Be back. Yes. Be back at this haunted house tonight. The fun's not over yet for me. Hockey game and a haunted house. My dad wants to take. If you want to have a good time, come here. That was interesting. I think I remember it from the my little elementary school in 5th grade. I think I had. Yeah, that was being wild. Dan, are we gonna get off of this boat? Courtney's in the bathroom. Yes, Nicholas. I have to wait for Courtney. Really stupid. What did that man say to you? He was weird? He was... They are coming. They're up there. They're up there still. There's so much people. There's so much people, or no? No. They're looking.
Mom like to see what they're doing with the anchors.
Okay, that's the anchors. That's.
Huh? You're still alive?
Yes, I am. Until we get off of this.
How many followers do you have?
305.
305?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is. Nicholas has what? Nicholas doesn't do
No,
it.
he doesn't.
Doesn't
He doesn't like that. He doesn't even watch
watch
videos.
videos. Wow.
No. I mean, he doesn't want to be in a video.
In a video? Oh no.
Let people go.
There's lots of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
I like the color.
Thank you.
I think
This pink color.
I think I told you already. You know that
Thank you.
when I was your age, I had those shoes.
Really?
Yeah. that color.
Really, these
Yeah.
shoes? You had these shoes when you were younger? Wow, that's
And everybody used to tell me that.
everybody. Yes, wow. These are nice,
The color.
nice color. Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah. So how do I look for you in 6?
Look for me on
What is the
Sticky
name?
N.
Huh?
Sticky N.
Sticky?
Yes, that's
Sticky?
yes. Ask my sister.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
Courtney. What is my
what is the name of
Yes,
that
the YouTube. Sticky N. Sticky N.
Stinky and then
N. Sticky N. Yeah, show her.
show you.
Show her. She's gonna subscribe to me. You are.
Okay. So I can subscribe to her channel. Do you have someone else that I know there that I can subscribe?
That's mine with my boyfriend.
Stinky.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Courtney, stop.
Yeah.
I'm on live. I'm on live right now, Courtney. You need to. Yes.
I wasn't
Yes.
in McDonald's yesterday.
Your dogs?
Yeah, I was in McDonald's yesterday, but I think it was too late.
Yes. See me. And there was a lot of people here on this boat.
Yes.
Wow.
That's your
That's my
boyfriend?
yes. That's my boyfriend. Sorry, I'm blushing.
Is this the one that worked with you?
5 below 1. That's the 5 below 1. No, he doesn't work with me.
Oh, the one.
The one-
boyfriend that you told me you used to work with him.
No. That's my ex. Corey Reinhardt. Corey Reinhardt.
Now, this one, where did you meet this one?
This one, Daryl, I met on
How long have you been dating?
2 months. A long, yes.
Okay, yeah, because
2 months, like a long. That's my yes. That's
the one that you worked with him.
Oh
Like the manager or something like that you told me.
yes. The manager, and then that one she used to work with. That's my ex. Yes, she used to work with.
I cannot keep
Can't.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I didn't know you can go
Bathroom?
2 ways. I didn't know you can go that way.
No, because they are going down the
Down the what?
going out.
They are.
No, they just went to the lower floor.
The lower floor. Oh,
Just the same.
just the
They
same
go to
as
the
this
restaurant
one.
and they come in
Okay,
from here.
okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure. I was like, which? So what it is that? That's the lower.
If you go down,
You go-
that's the
oh.
restaurant. That's where the
I
restaurant is.
didn't know
You
that.
come out, the same way.
This is a nice
that would be
boat
a
trip.
nice- yeah.
This is wow.
Yeah.
Yes, Nick, and you come
Well, we
here
can make
all
a-
the time, or
all the-
Wow,
This is our second
time?
here.
Wow.
But we come every year.
Every
so
year?
if you want, we can call you.
Call me. You can call my. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people
And
here.
to be
Wow.
honest, no. This is already a full ride.
This is like a
not that
fall
many
wine. What do
In
you mean?
summer,
It's some. Oh,
Because summer is
yes.
hot.
Summer
Hot,
is
hot,
hot.
hot.
Yes, it
It
is.
takes you forever to get
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My dad's talking to somebody right there. My dad's talking, and my mom's talking to somebody right there. Yes, that's my mom. My dad. Dad, who is where you were talking to? You mean a friend? That's just. This was a good trip. It was great.
You know what? We helped them.
Helped what? Helped it. Yes. Yes. Let's get serious. Get serious. Yeah. So what are we gonna do after this? Are we gonna watch it? Yes, Gilmore Hockey starts. Gilmore Hockey. That's how. And tonight I'm going to a haunted house tonight. Haunted house. They already have. Yes. Oh yes. That's.
It's September.
They start earlier and earlier.
God.
You see the Halloween decoration for the
Decoration.
Well, yeah, I know that's his busy. I guess. But what?
Hi Joe. How was your day today?
I know.
Hi.
I know.
I was on a boat trip. I was on a boat today. Shirt today. Are we ready to go? Or?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I was just making sure. Yes. The funds is not over for me yet.
Hey kids, it's not over yet.
Oh, yes. Right, Courtney?
You and I watched that video over and over.
The video. Doing great, Joe said. There was lots of people here, I noticed.
There was, yeah.
And did you meet new friends up there?
I met that friend.
That friend, what? Have fun at the haunted house. Was it a? What is it says? Can you tell me what does it say? Was the boat is a F-E-R-R-Y?
Ferry.
A ferry?
No.
No, it wasn't Joe. No, it wasn't Joe. It was what? Joe was.
Say no. It's not a ferry.
It's not a ferry.
It's not a ferry.
Pleasure boat. It's like a pleasure boat. It's like they were having a get together.
What?
A party over there. Oh yeah, this was the restaurant. I never seen that. I never seen this before. This was the restaurant.
We came in this way.
Oh yeah, yes. Okay, go. That was great. Dry land. Step on dry land. We are off the boat now. That's. I was talking to my phone. Yes, of course. Yes. Call for a good time. Call for it was.
It was. Perfect.
It's perfect.
Perfect. Doesn't get much better than this.
Now, Dan, the funds are not over for me yet, Dan. That's.
Fun's not over yet.
This is the start of
Remember that
my
card?
day.
That I repeated.
Yeah, I do.
Do you? I think we might still have that. I'm not sure.
The start of my day.
Yep.
A haunted house and a hockey.
Great video.
were they at first? The Pirates today.
Yeah. It was fun.
Did you watch The Survivor?
I can't rewind it.
Same, so you started watching.
Started watching it. Yeah, Joe.
Or else somewhere.
Fun's not over yet, kids. For me and Dan. And a UFC
Did you see that guy?
is tonight, Dan, or no?
I
Think it's yesterday. Did she watch it yesterday?
No, I did not.
You did not? I did not either. I didn't know it was on. That's your car? That's the same.
That's the one that they want to do.
It was like John Lovett.
I don't listen to podcasts.
Really?
Podcast.
You're right here. Yeah, that for you. Yeah, so.
Why did you say he said no one's factory when
It was an interesting day today.
I watch it? Dan.
Dan.
Is that what when you watch Survivor on Paramount?
Ooh, B.
Or Peacock?
There's a B.
You can
There's a
watch
bee.
it on one of them.
So what? Just walk on. Pretty well.
You can watch it on one of them for free.
I didn't know there was a
Like
B.
anytime.
Yeah.
How?
If you download the wait, can you get
Download
you
it.
get apps or anything?
Walk into the car.
Yeah.
Paramount app on the computer.
The hockey game.
Yeah.
Oh, John Carroll's playing at 3:30 at Gilmore.
Maybe I'll check. Yeah, this
John
one-
Carroll's playing at 3:30 at Gilmore.
Can you get what's on the TV still?
Was it on Netflix?
No, it's not.
have that in
I'm saying if you can get Netflix, you can download Paramount.
Don't stop.
And you can watch that the next day. But you can only watch it the next day. You can't watch it.
What's that then?
No,
It's,
it's not talking about that.
I'm right home with you guys. Sit in the middle, like the front.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
can I ride home with you?
Who sat in the front on the way here?
Me.
I can sit in my home.
That's probably the smallest one.
Rock and Hall of
I
Fame.
don't want that.
Why do they not live by us?
They do this. So this. I'd rather not.
What's going on over here?
Maybe I'll just Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
We
We got to do that too. There's all
yeah,
kinds of stuff.
we should.
We know more about Nashville than we do our own city. There's all kind of stuff to do in Cleveland. We get to do it. It's a live show.
It's a live show.
Maybe it's just through the mud, through the, you know,
There's a dog. It's a dog.
frog.
A dog. A dog.
Oh,
Do you want to visit the Rock Hall of Fame while we're down
Visit
here?
oh.
because I want to go to the Gilmore hockey. Gilmore hockey. And it's John Carroll is
Yeah, I want to do that when we have more time. but-
Dan. John Carroll's playing at 3:30. John Carroll's playing.
And that's something we could do in the winter.
And to be honest, it's just, we paid once.
I remember one time it was free. I think it was a park, it was a big day or something.
Oh. Peter.
Yeah, some stuff out here was free, yeah.
Well, still,
Everybody's doing it. Don't fun.
the museums are for free. I think it's-
That boat ride was really good.
I don't think
the broken wall. The science museum was
This is sidewalk.
gonna have a bicycle. He's gonna have an electrical.
I really want to see John Carroll play then.
Your free thing doesn't get you to John Carroll yet.
No, no.
It'll get you to Gilmore.
So get me to Gilmore. So the Gilmore ends at 7:15, and Alex is gonna pick me up at 8. Is that okay?
Probably. So I'll pick you up at 7:15.
Yes, and Gilmore and the haunted house. That's
Fire's coming.
Nick. What did you do after this? What did you guys do? Sorry, where's the? Oh, I'm sure it's over there. So we're
Yeah, we're gonna go home.
Yeah, we're going home.
That's it.
Nothing up around 2:20.
2:20 to Gil.
3
No,
o'clock by the
Are
time
you
we go.
coming?
No, go ahead. You go.
you.
Are
Bye, Nick.
you sure you're
Bye,
on
Nick.
time?
No, yeah.
We're gonna pick up car.
Huh.
Are you sure? We're going the same way?
Okay, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
You're
Dad.
sure.
Dad, see you at home, Dad.
Do you want to go with them, Noah?
Should I?
If you're going to.
Should I go?
Just ask.
Should I go with them? Or?
No,
There's room for me. Is there room for me?
Yes.
Yes.
there's
there?
a coffee pot.
It's
No, all right, get on the, go on the
This
other
side. This side. This
No,
side.
no, not this side.
Yes, not this. Yoga mat. Yes, I
She knows
know.
about this coffee pot?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, she does know.
Yes, I do.
How long's the coffee pot been here?
Coffee pot been here. How long is?
I don't know.
And why is it here?
Why is it here?
That was a garage sale for $1,
Yeah, it looks good.
and
You plug it in.
I'm not sure if it's working or not. I asked them if it was working,
Yeah.
and
Oh, like heats things up.
yes.
Yeah. All right. That's cool.
I was ending my live stream. I don't want to.